Here's from MetsMinors.net. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about in this video, we're going to talk about the Mets organizational depth in terms of their relievers. We have a lot of young guys here that are going to contribute this year or next year or the year after that you need to keep an eye on. Now, we're going to talk about very briefly the Mets relievers in the big leagues. We've got Edwin Diaz, the return of Edwin Diaz, which is very exciting. Now, before we get into this video, hit that subscribe button so you know what's going on. Adam Ottavino has returned after he turned out his option, re-signed with the Mets. Left-handed Brooks Raley. Drew Smith is back. Left-handed pitcher Jake Diekman was brought in on a contract. Shintaro Fujinami, we'll see if he makes the club. And Jorge Lopez also signed a contract with the Mets. So you've got some interesting guys. Now, guys in the minor leagues, according to this list. Number one, right-handed pitcher Paul Gervasi from the 2022 draft. Gervasi absolutely dominated during his first professional season, striking out 15.2 batters per 9 innings and posted a 2.05 ERA across 57 innings while appearing in 38 games between High A Brooklyn and Double A Binghamton. Gervasi was an important piece of Binghamton's playoff run, and he was relied on to close out the 23 Eastern League semifinals against the Somerset Patriots. Coming into 23, the tall right-hander offered a solid fastball in the mid-90s with the ability to hit as high as 97. The runs in towards right-handed batters and a sweeping slider in his repertoire while working on developing a splitter. Now, one thing to mention, he's 6'10". He's a big guy. Gervasi recently spoke on the development of his splitter, but we don't care about that. After an impressive stint in Double A, Gervasi will likely start the season with Binghamton. If he can replicate the success he had last season, it will be interesting to see how aggressive the Mets front office will be for his development. This might be the reliever that's closest to the majors. This is a left-handed pitcher, Nate Lavender. And he was drafted in the 21 draft in the 14th round. And we saw a lot of him last year and this year, and he's very impressive. After an impressive 22 in which the lefty pitched to a 1.70 ERA across 47 two-thirds innings after appearing in 26 games between St. Lucie and Brooklyn, Lavender followed that up with a solid 23 where he pitched the majority of his games in AAA Syracuse. So he's not on the 40-man roster, but he'll be bouncing back and forth. They'll find a way to get him here if he pitches well. Lavender started the 23 season in Double-A Binghamton for only 7 games, pitching to a 1.74 ERA and striking out 16.5 batters per 9 innings. In Syracuse, he appeared in 35 games, pitching to a 3.7 across 44 innings. For the first time in Lavender's professional career, the long ball became an issue for him. 1.49? I'm sorry. 1.4 per 9 innings. They should have put that on there. Giving up 7 home runs after allowing just 1 in his previous 64 2/3 innings. Lavender might be the first one off this list to reach Queens if he can regain the success he had in single and double A last season with a second stint starting in Syracuse. A couple of things about him is he walks a lot of batters, so he's got to get the walk total down. His new guy, Wilkin Ramos, right-handed pitcher. After being selected by the Mets in the 22 minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft, the Mets saw quick results as Ramos showed strong signs of development through 21 games with High A Brooklyn before being promoted to Binghamton, where he really started to take off. He posted 1.47 ERA across 18 1/3 innings while appearing in 12 Double-A games. Ramos is mostly a 2-pitch reliever. However, his sinker is very impressive, sitting in the mid-90s and averaging about 4 inches of vertical break, with 18 inches of movement that ties up right-handed batters. One of his highlights from his past season was when he struck out fellow National League East top prospect James Wood. Ramos' curveball sits around 80 miles per hour but does not properly complement his strong sinking fastball and doesn't garner a high swing rate. Despite his early success in the Mets system, Ramos will likely need to develop a third pitch that better complements his sinking fastball that have success in the upper levels of the minor leagues and in Queens. At number 4, another right-handed pitcher, Trey McLaughlin. I think I talked about him during the Arizona Fall League. He's 24 years old. He's from the 2021 draft, 16th round. He's not ranked in the Mets prospects list. McLaughlin has spent the last 3 seasons developing in the Mets organization, has earned mid-season promotions each of those 3. His most impressive season came in 23, where he appeared in a career-high 35 games in Brooklyn and Double-A 25 and a slight career-high in innings pitched at 51 2/3 innings. McLaughlin had great success in Brooklyn, where he pitched to a 1.65 ERA and struck out a career-high 14.3 batters per 9 innings. He was then promoted to Binghamton, where he pitched to a 3.31 ERA over 35 1/3 innings and appearing in 25 games. While McLaughlin had a career low and career high in strikeouts, he continued to walk batters at a high rate of nearly 3 batters per 9 innings. If you're going to be a reliever, it has to be 3 or lower, or there are going to be issues, especially if you come in late in the game. You cannot walk the leadoff batter. If he is to have success in 2024 and beyond, he will need to find better control of the strike zone. Damn straight. Next up, I believe, is a left-handed pitcher, Daniel Juarez. They would have been smart if they put down if they have right-handed or left-handed in this article. Juarez signed by the Mets late in the 2018-19 international free agent signing window in January 2019 as an 18-year-old from Venezuela. Struggled after being assigned to the Dominican Summer League in 2019, but has since shown why the Mets signed the left-hander, pitching to a sub-2.60 ERA in each of the last 3 seasons. Juarez has earned promotions from rookie ball to Florida Coast League Mets, or Florida Complex Mets, I'll get it right, in 2021 all the way up to Double-A in 23. In 22, the lefty pitched to a 1.66 ERA and struck out 12.3 batters per 9 innings. In 23, Juarez dominated high A out of the gate, allowing just a single run over 15 2/3 innings. He was soon promoted to Double-A, where he struggled to a 3.27 ERA and allowed 4 home runs after allowing only 4 home runs his previous 2 seasons combined. At number 6, Eric Orze, a right-handed pitcher, and he's from the 2020 draft. Orze is a prospect who had success in his first professional season, but has since struggled in back-to-back seasons with Triple-A Syracuse. In 21, Orze split his season with High A Brooklyn, Binghamton, before being promoted to Triple-A Syracuse, showing better results after each promotion. He struggled to find the same success he had after appearing in 32 Triple-A games, pitching to a 5.13 ERA across 47 1/3 innings in 2022. Orze's home runs per 9 innings doubled from .9 to 2.0 and allowed 7.9 hits per 9 innings compared to 6.9 just the season before. Orze had similar struggles in 23, pitching to a 5.31 ERA across 61 innings and 39 games. At 26 years old, Orze will need to show he can pitch in Triple-A before being given a shot in Queens. And here's some interesting players and honorable mentions here. The first up is Nolan McLean, who was very impressive last week. He is from last year's draft, I believe. He's from last year's draft. Most interesting prospect on this list is the Mets' 2023 third-round selection, Nolan McLean, who offers a unique skill set from both the pitcher's rubber and the batter's box. While McLean was a jack-of-all-trades at Oklahoma State for 3 seasons pitching, playing first, second, third, and multiple outfield positions, the Mets used him exclusively as a pitcher, a DH, during his first professional season. Oklahoma. McLean appeared in only 2 games and threw only 3 1/3 innings as a professional 23 after pitching 57 1/3 innings and appearing in 39 college games the last 3 years. In his final season at Oklahoma, McLean appeared in 14 outings and pitched to a 3.3 ERA across 30 innings while striking out 10 2/3 innings per 9 and didn't allow a single home run in Oklahoma. McLean had a terrific collegiate career with the bat, slashing .270 with 36 homers, 96 RBIs, and 146 games in college for Oklahoma. McLean will need to, I'm going to just keep saying it. I think that's pretty funny. Oklahoma. McLean will need to decrease his strikeout rate and increase his walk rate to have an impact at the upper minor league levels. In 8 games between the Florida Complex League Mets and St. Lucie Mets, he struggled, striking out 11 times in his only 16 at-bats. McLean has the ability to provide an impact from both sides of the field, and will be up to him and the Mets development staff to help him reach his highest potential. Oklahoma! I hope he makes the majors. I swear to God. Just to say Oklahoma. Some honorable mentions. Excuse me. Cam Robinson has spent the last 6 seasons developing the Brewers minor league system after being selected in the 23rd round of the 2017 MLB amateur draft by now Mets head of baseball operations David Stearns. Robinson's overall production is not entirely impressive, as his career ERA hovers around 4.97 and struggles with a high walk rate of 5.7. He has worked as a closer the last 3 seasons, garnering 43 saves. Interesting to see if Robinson's one of the first arms called up to Queens in the summer. Saul Garcia. Garcia, an international free agent, signed during the 21-22 signing period. He has struggled through his first 44 games. While Garcia has struck out an impressive 12.5 batters per 9 innings, he struggles to keep the ball in the strike zone and a walk rate of 6.1 batters per 9 innings, and has been credited with 14 hits by pitch. He's all over the place. You're going to have to keep an eye on him. At only 20, he has a chance to continue to develop a sinking mid-90s fastball, sweeping slider, and change. He has still strikes. And one thing he's got to do. Dylan T-Break. T-Break was an 8th-round pick in 2022 during his first professional season. T-Break pitched 31 innings across 18 Brooklyn and 4 games with Binghamton. Ray posted an impressive 2.61 ERA, a 13.65 strikeouts per 9 innings, 1.13 whip without allowing a single home run. After battling injuries throughout 2023, it will be interesting to see if T-Break can stay healthy and find his way to Syracuse before the end of the year. Now, we mentioned about T-Break. He's starting the season on the 60-day IL for the Mets and the minors. So, before we go, I need to let you know that I thank you for watching. And, of course, Oklahoma, I hope that Nolan McLean is a big player on this team. So when I talk about him, I'll talk about how he's an Oklahoma product. And I can't wait till that happens. And, of course, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you later.